Hi, welcome back to EducateTube.com. My name is Sipsky, your host. Today I'll be reviewing the Sony remote control, the RMT-DSLR2. I bought it used, pretty good deal. I'm able to activate the shutter, the recording button on my cameras. I have in front of me the Sony NEX5N. This camera is an older model, so the only button that will work is the shutter, the 2-second shutter, and the record button here. So only 3 button works. That's okay for me because all I want to do is to be able to press the button to record and to stop recording. So I don't have to go to my tripod and then press it and it might shake the camera. So this is great, especially also for the photography as well. Pressing the shutter button, I don't have to go in and press the shutter button on the camera. I just go here and press the button. Now, it only works with the 3 button on the NEX5N. However, I have Sony a6500 and Sony a7rii where all the buttons works on these 2 camera. Excellent. The only issue I have with this remote is that you have to be, for example, for Sony a7rii especially, you have to be at the line of sight. So in other words, you got to make sure that when you take a photo, right, when you press the button, you have to be right in front of it. There we go. See, on the side it's okay, but see, but right at the back it won't work. So on the side might be okay. Okay, so it records really well. Same thing with the record button. Now, another very important thing about this remote control is that because it's using infrared sensor to detect the signal coming from this remote control, if you have your camera all set up, all 3 or 2 cameras set up, and then have it on different angle, you can actually get all 3 camera to work in sync. So for example, let me set up these 2 camera. I'll see if I can do this. It's hard for me to set it up like this. Okay, so I have these 2, let's say Sony a6500 and Sony a7rii, and if I press the shutter button, all 2 of them should be able to, there we go. You see that? Awesome. There we go. It doesn't always work. It depends on how I align these remote control button here. Okay, so in front of it like this, and then press. There we go. You see that? So you can see the application. If you set the camera up on different angles and on a tripod, you can just press the button and bam, you're able to take 2 different point of view at high resolution. So with the Sony a7rii here or the Sony a6500. And in addition, you can have one recording the video and the other one taking photography. The only problem, of course, is that when you're pressing the record button, as long as it's not in the direct sight of one of the camera, then it's okay. If it's in both of them in a direct line of sight with the infrared sensor, then both of them will be activated. Okay, just have to be careful with that one. So maybe one of them is at 90 degrees from each other. So when you're pressing the button, like the shutter button, then it will take picture, and then you press record button, the video record button on the other angle, 90 degrees, and it will activate it, recording, right? But it's pretty cool that you are able to press one button and all 2, 3, 4 camera, if it's aligned, close to each other at slight angle from each other, you can get a different shot, especially if you have a very good camera, right? And all these buttons here, shutter, 2-second shutter, recorder, zoom in, zoom out, play, menu, delete, and even the button print there works on both of these camera, right? So all the buttons here, have a look, will work on these 2 camera, the Sony a7rii and the Sony a6500. Now I can't say that for other camera because I don't have them. I don't have the Sony a7 or the Sony a7S2, and the only older model I have right now that I can use with this is the Sony NEX5N. Okay, but the 5N again is limited to the shutter button, the 2-second shutter button, and the record button. That's about it. All right. So yes, I'm very happy with this remote control, especially when you have Sony a6500 and Sony a7rii, which I can say works because I tried it out and it works well. If you have the Sony Sony NEX5N, just record button and the shutter button works. That's it. But that's okay. That's all I used it for anyway. Thanks for watching. EducateTube.com.